G'day people, I'm back in Perth and unfortunately we're going back to Bayswater train station and we're going to have a look at the detours around the work site. Now this has been going on for quite some time. Before I left Perth back in October I went and had a final look at the detour around the site and the signage and put up a video discussing how inadequate the signage and particularly the map was because the project hadn't bothered updating the map on site, although they'd updated the map that was on the website, which isn't really a whole lot of use. Anyway, I sent that video off to the project manager, and about a week later, actually got a response. I think by then I was back in New South Wales. Anyway, this is the map in question, which is wrong. Uh, but look, it's not the first time they've done this. Back in July 2021, um, when the detour looked quite differently, I went through and had a look, and it was pretty hopeless back then as well. So this site, they just don't seem to be particularly good at setting up detours for cyclists. And look, I did get this response back on the 13th of October. You can read it yourself. And you can see here that the team is working on the shared path for actioning and updated signage is currently in the process of being installed. Okay, that's great. So 13th of October and recording today on the 10th of December, that's about what, 8 weeks? Let's see if they've actually actioned any signage updates. Well, we'll have a ride through and frankly, in summary, I can't see any changes except that sign over there, um, well, it's still there, it still seems to be out of date, and the only thing I can see that's different is the detour sign that's partly blocking has been flipped around. And I think you can see from all the leaf litter there that no one actually ever goes down that particular bit of path. I mean, look, there's nothing particularly wrong with the signage they're using. You can see it's a reasonable size. It's bright. It's yellow. It's got good arrows on it. I think their problem is they just haven't actually bothered jumping on a bike, like the Austroads, guide to temporary traffic management says, and ridden through and just checked that the signage is actually adequate. Because I think what they've done, when they plan these things, the people that do the planning, they walk through and they say, oh, we'll stick a pole here and a pole there, and it's based on someone walking and stopping and walking and stopping. It's not based on someone riding through at 15, 20, 25 kilometers an hour, where, frankly, you're going a hell of a lot faster. You're looking in completely different locations, and you're not stopping to look for signage. So you need to have signage that's really, really easy to see when you're riding quickly. Another change you can see, there's a lot of concrete over on the left-hand side there that's been put down since I last came through. And they did get rid of the signage, which was at the time directing cyclists to ride into those concrete barriers. So yeah, I think that's all they got rid of. I did suggest they put down some painted stuff on the road here to direct cyclists through. They haven't bothered doing that. I can't see any signs that have been repositioned to make it easier for cyclists to find this detour. Now, of course, obviously I know where it is now because I've been through here dozens and dozens of times, but the first couple of times going through was very confusing and I got lost and I actually went the wrong way. I went up that road in front of us, which was a complete mess. So thank you for your email from a couple of months ago saying you're going to update the signage, but I can't actually see any proof of that. Maybe they've got a marked up map which shows that they might have swiveled a sign around a little bit so that it's now facing in the right direction. But for the life of me, I can't see what's being changed here. I really can't. So I guess I'll fire off another email and say, yeah, that's great. What updates did you actually make? Can you actually point to any signage changes that I can go and have a look at, because I can't see any. Maybe they did some tree trimming. I don't know. Anyway, it's just going to be a short visit back in Perth, not for long. Posting's probably going to be a little bit light. I've had the virus of unspecified option, which knocked me out for a while. Then I got over that, and then I got a cold, which you probably hear. I'm still very congested. So I'm not doing a heck of a lot of riding, and I'm not going to, well, like I said, I'm not going to be here for a long time. So posting may be light until the new year. Anyway, That's it for now. Hopefully we'll learn some lessons from this detour, and it just shows you can't trust what the project people tell you. You actually need to go out and verify they've actually done what they say they're going to do.